Hey, Billy! Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Hey, Billy, where we select one viewer's email, dive into it, try to help them with their problems, and while we're helping them, hopefully help you too. Hey, listen, we're going to dive right into this week's email, and it is from Alex. Alex says, hey, I love watching your video on TikTok. They really mean a lot to me. I'm 15 years old and I turn 16 next month. My dad passed away from stage 4 colon rectal cancer in November of 2018, and I want to let you know that I look up to and love watching your videos as if I was talking to my dad about those things. Even though it has been a year, I still have a lot of rough times and go through a lot of stress. Do you happen to have any advice as to how I could start getting rid of the stress? Love the videos. Keep up the work. I love a good laugh. Alex, my man, hey, first of all, my sincere apologies from the bottom of my heart to having to lose your dad at such a young age. I can tell you this, buddy. Just by reading that email, I know he's looking down on you, proud as he could be, man. Keep your head up, walk in confidence. Hopefully, over these next few minutes here, I'll give you some good advice to help you handle some stress. And hopefully anybody else that's watching, I will help you guys handle stress. Hey, if I sound out of breath, it's kind of because I am, because I'm going to lead it off with this. Hey, if you're not working out, I just got done with an incredible workout, weighted workout. Then I jump on my Peloton bike, I eat right, and doing those 3 things, that will help you tremendously with stress. If you're not doing that, I highly, highly encourage it. Maybe someday down the road, I'll take you guys through some workouts or answer some workout questions. You guys know that I played football at a very high level. Didn't make it to the NFL, but made it to the arenas. So I have a lot of experience working out, dealing with trainers. If you're trying to build a certain, up for something, for a sport, I can definitely help you out with that. But hey, let's get into this losing stress. Let's get this off our shoulders and help you out, Alex. Hey, first of all, I want to say this. Stress is something that God never intended you to go through. Stress is assuming a responsibility that God never intended you to have. This is like you got hired at the grocery store to bag groceries. Now, not only are you bagging groceries, but you took it upon yourself to go pull in the carts from the parking lot. You wash off the fruit with the hose. You're back in the back stocking. You're bringing the groceries out, putting them on the shelf. You're doing things that your boss never intended you to do. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but hear me out. Your boss did not intend you to do this. God never intended you to handle stress. So, first of all, stop doing it. Stop doing it. Now, you might get ahead if you do that at the grocery store, but you can't get ahead when you're trying to carry on stress and worries. You cannot get ahead. Always remember that. Just do what your boss intended you to do. And that is to serve your purpose. And if you don't know your purpose, I'm going to help you figure out a way that you can find that purpose. All right, here we go. First of all, think about this. 40% of the stress that we deal with never happens. 4 out of 10 times the things that we're stressing about never happen. And how about this? 3 out of the 10 things, 30% of the things we stress about are in the past. We can't control them anyways. So right there, 7 out of 10 things that we're stressing about are things that never going to happen and things that we can't change anyway. So always remember that. And then let me give you this last one. 10% is about petty things. We're stressing about petty little things. And I told you in one of my videos, if you go back on TikTok, you'll hear me say, and you'll hear me say this a lot, there's nothing we can't get through. My hand is always out. Hey, I know a lot of you guys send in messages. Be patient. And for those of you that do know that I answer, I get to them. It just takes me a while. But hey, hang in there. If my hand's not quick enough, find somebody else that is that can help you out, because we're all here to help each other. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So think about what I just told you. Most of the time, they don't ever happen. Another time, they're in the past, so we can't change. And another one, they're just petty. They're just little things. It's no big deal. We can get through this. Stressing is absolutely worth it. Stress is like a rocking chair. We can sit here and we can rock all day long. If we start rocking at 12 p.m. and we sit in this rocking chair till 12 a.m., where have we got? Nowhere. We've got nowhere. We sit right here, we rock all day. If you sit there and stress at 12 p.m. and stress till 12 a.m., where have you got? Nowhere. Stress changes nothing. Changes absolutely nothing. Remember that. Stress is a learned behavior, and it can be unlearned. And what I mean by that is a lot of the times we look at our parents and sometimes we see them stressing about things. Here's the way I answer that, because I hear that from a lot of you guys. Billy, how do you handle situations? You seem so calm, cool, and collected. You seem excited. You seem this. Jesus Christ. I cannot talk about helping me through things, especially with stress, worry, anxiety, depression, without saying the name Jesus Christ. He helps me through everything, guys. So I'm going to give you some of the things that I go through that help me. And I promise you, if you use these tips, I promise you it'll help you too, guys. But here's the deal. My kids look up to me. I want to give them an example that I got you. It's okay. Now, I'm not saying out there if your parents are one stressing and things like that, but don't let them affect you. Don't let other people affect you. And I'm going to tell you how to change that too. So hang with me. Take some good notes on this because I'm telling you, this will change your life. One of the things, in order to live a stress-free life, live one day at a time. Don't make things so complicated. Don't take and think, man, I've got this and this and this going on next week and this and this and this, and we're going in all different directions. Don't do that. Don't do that. Take it one day at a time. Keep things simple. Remember this too. Stress shortens your life. Stress, worry, anxiety, depression, all that shortens your lifespan. That should be another reason that, hey, I got to get this off of me. I don't want to do that. I don't want to shorten my lifespan. Well, how do I prolong it? Hey, here's one reason. Insurance companies know this too. Hey, if you get yourself in a church-going people, they expand their lives 5.7 years just by going to church. Just by going to church, you can expand your life by 5.7 years. Insurance companies know that. That's one thing they take into their calculations. And what that does, man, that surrounds you again with a good network of people. Look for people's hands that are extended out that can help you get through situations. One of the healthiest human emotions is being thankful. You can wake up every single morning and you can look down. There is something you can be thankful for. If you look down and you're like, man, I got to put on these raggedy shoes. Hey, somebody's getting out of bed looking down saying, I wish I had feet to put these raggedy shoes on. I promise you right now, if you're watching this, there is 1 million people that would trade places with you right now. For one, you're holding a phone, you're holding an iPad, you're holding some sort of device to watch this video on. You got Wi-Fi, you got data, somehow, some way. Somebody would trade places with you. There's 1 million people that would. Again, think about that. Think about things that you can be thankful for. Even though life seems dark, dull, you don't know what's going on next, man, there's always something to be thankful for. Always something. Look down at your hands. Thank God for your hands. Look at your feet. Thank God for your feet. Because I promise you, there's people out there that would like to have hands, would like to have feet, would like to have eyesight. You can find something, and just being thankful for things will change your mindset, will get that stress off your shoulders. All right, guys, remember this too. What you're feeling affects the way you think. What I mean by that is, what are you doing to feel? What are you reading? What are you watching? Who are you hanging around with? Those are the things that make a difference in your mind, because if you're putting garbage in here, garbage is going to come out. If you're putting dark, depressed visions and images, reading material and things like that in here, that's what's going to come out. If you wake up and you have the Bible app on your phone and you get the Word and you're reading positive things, motivational videos, that's what's going to come out. So remember, whatever you're putting in your mind, that's what's coming out. Keep it positive, guys, and I promise you, again, you're going to see that stress just drip off of your shoulders. So remember, what you're thinking about is what you're becoming. Who you're hanging around with is who you're becoming. You can take 5 friends, and you're going to be right in the middle of those. So whoever's around you, you're going to be the average of those people right there. So if I was you, I would find some successful people, and I would start hanging out with them. Some people that want to help you, hang out with them. And there's no better place, like I said, than to get in a church and do that. Think of it like this way. This is how strong your mind is. You guys know that I'm a kicker. Do you think that I go out on that field and think, man, I'm going to miss this one? Absolutely not. Every time I step on that field, I know I'm going to make that kick. Does that mean I'm going to make it every time? No, I wish it did. But here's the deal. If I do miss it, I got to have a short memory, right? Because that's in the past now. But here's the deal. When I come off the sidelines after a missed kick, sometimes I need my teammates to, hey, short memory. Forget about that. It's in the past. But that's why we surround ourselves with good people, because that's what we need in life. If there's a mistake that we've made or something like that, we don't need people around us going, look how stupid you are. Look how that. We need people that are like, no, hey, we learn from that. We move on. So surround yourself with good people. What's going in here is what's going to come out. Just know that. Hey, let me tell you this. God makes no accidents. And I know some of you are like, well, my parents said I was an accident. I wasn't meant to be. No. It does. I don't care how, what, when, where, why. You are not an accident. God has a purpose for your life. God has a reason that you're here. You are not an accident. Whatever the reason may be now here's the deal. You have to be in God's will. You have to stay on God's path. And you can't do that while you're stressed out, down, depressed, because you can't be in the will of God, because remember, God never intended to put stress on you. So here's the deal. If you guys are down, depressed, stressed, you can't fulfill your purpose that God has intended for you. Remember that, know that. God has a purpose for you. And here's the deal, Alex, why we're on purpose. I promise you, I know what you went through is I can't even put it into words. I can't even imagine it. You need to know this. You need to know that you went through a test, because someday you're going to have a testimony. Someday you're going to be able to reach your hand out and you're going to help somebody else get up from what you went through. You're going to be able to tell them, hey, I went through this. I know how you feel. I felt that. And when you can tell someone that, man, there is no better way to help somebody up than to reach your hand out and say, I've been there. I've been there. So just know that if you can help somebody along the way, man, that relieves that stress. That gets it off the shoulders. That gets all the depression. That leaves it back there, because when we can help somebody, that's huge when we can help somebody. Hey, what are you guys afraid of? Because the devil will use that. The devil likes to play good tricks on us. He'll use fear, depression, anxiety, stress. He will use all that. He'll use all of them together too, because with one comes the other. When you feel that come on, you need to get in the Word. You need to get in a church. And here's why too. Think about this. Think about this. When you're surrounded in a church with good people, because I used to be this way. I used to be like, hey, I'm not ready to go to church yet. But when I am ready, when I get myself good and ready, no, that's not how it should be. The church is a hospital for the broken. That's for broken people. Nobody is perfect. Get yourself into church, because when the devil sees 99 people over here surrounding you, helping you, extending their hands to you, but he sees one person over here by themselves, who do you think that devil's going to try to attack? Do you think he can go over here and attack the 99? Or is the one over here going to be a lot easier to get to? It's going to be the one over here a lot easier to get to, isn't it? Absolutely. Fulfill your purpose in life. That's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. And if you can fulfill your purpose in life, that means there's no stress, there's no mess, there's no depressed, there's no anxiety, there's none of that. There's no fear. God put you here. There's no accidents. Alex, keep your head up. Stay strong. Anybody else going through that situation, stay strong. Use these points that I've given you today. Get good people around you. Surround you with good people. Reach your hand out to others. Help them. Be thankful for what you got. Because a lot of people, like I said, 1 million people that would trade places with you in a heartbeat. Hey guys, I hope this message has helped y'all. And I know from the bottom of my heart, I am here for you guys. My hand is always extended to grab somebody, because I'm on my way up and I want to take as many people up with me as I can. So don't be down and out, guys. Let's get up and in. I love you guys. I'm here for y'all. Be blessed. Bring it in.